Hello. Today we're going to talk about the type of stuff that goes on in correctional facilities. I'm here with an ex correctional officer who's going to tell y'all the stories of what he witnessed inside of the prison. Hello. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
Welcome
Thank
to
you,
the
guys.
show. Welcome to the show. So, you was in corrections for how long?
About 11 years.
Hmm. And exactly what state was you a correctional officer in?
It was in Alabama.
Lately I've been hearing things, about different prisons and basically they're trying to make it seem like all correctional officers are bad, and that's just not the case. What is your opinion on it?
Well, I want to say all correction officers are bad. A lot of the ones I worked with wasn't bad. Of course, you're gonna have a bad element in every field of employment that you can work in. But to say all of them are bad, no, I couldn't agree with that. Because I worked with a lot of good officers. And with that being said, I have seen and worked with quite a few dirty officers. And I knew they was dirty, and I'm pretty sure my superiors knew they was, corrupted officers, dirty, whatever you want to call them, the term we use. But, it's, like I said, it's good and bad in every field of employment you got. But it's hard to catch dirty officers, because you never know when they bringing in their contraband and or how they getting it in. It's so many different ways to get that contraband inside these facilities. But that ain't considered what a lot of people say was that's dirty too. But they also consider officers jumping on inmates, which is consider a dirty officer, a corrupted officer, and it depends on the situation or whatever of the incident. Like what is the reason of this attack? Because you also have inmates who attack officers daily. So man, an officer got to defend himself.
So what do you think about that prison that's in Mississippi? The one that's getting all of this publicity about the living conditions and stuff that's going on there.
Well, first being an officer, I can't agree with what they saying on TV or whatever, wherever this stuff is coming from, because I worked inside the facility and I know there's a lot of rumors that spreads around the facility about our treatment of the inmates or how it's staffed, stuff like that. Whatever concerning the prison, but it's a lot of stuff out there that people say about what's going on in the prison that isn't true, and nobody that don't work there can really know what's going on there, besides what an inmate tell them through a cell phone, maybe, or what some officers might be saying, which might not be the whole truth neither. So, just to sit here and try to base what I think about what's going on inside that facility off of opinions of people who might be just falsifying stuff, I really ain't got no opinion about it because I don't know what's going on there. So that's the best thing I can say about it because I worked as a CO. And I know how folks lie on COs and lie on the prisons and lie on the way it's ran, and they don't really know. They don't have a damn clue. So, but they always got their opinions and they just run with it. An inmate can contact a news company and say this and that, and they're gonna believe it. Because it's I guess an entertaining story. But if he was to tell me, I say, hey, man, go fuck yourself, because I don't really believe that. Because I don't work there. But me being a CO and work there, I'm not gonna too much believe what an inmate got to say. You know.
Even though some of them could be telling the truth.
Yeah, but maybe a lot of them like. I'm gonna tell you something about inmates. They like attention. That's one thing. They want some damn attention, some form or another. They like it. They like to be considered, like they say, the victim. They want to be the fucking victim. You're in a prison, man. How the hell you a fucking victim? Somebody was your victim, most likely. And if not that, depending on whatever your crime was. But a lot of the people that are victims in their situation are their families. Their families are victims to their negative behavior that landed them in prison. Now they gotta suffer. They got something, and then they're gonna call home. They want either money or they're gonna run up a phone bill by calling them all the time. They want you to come visit. I'd have been there and done that. I'd have been on the receiving end of that, and it's not pretty to go visit a loved one in prison, getting stripped, searched, and stuff like that. No, who want to get searched and touched in your private areas?
Violated.
I ain't gonna say violate because it's precaution, because you can be bringing anything up in there, so it's right. You know, now looking back on it when I was a kid, young teenager, whatever, I ain't think it was right. But now, shit, I look at it now like, man, yeah, man, you need to. You actually need to have an X-ray machine on these people that see straight through their body, see everything, man. Because if people carry stuff up in them, man, and bring to them inmates, I'd have seen that happen. You know, and people look at it on from the inmate point of view. You need to look at it from the officer point of view. You know, these people come to prison. They didn't, they come to prison for a reason, man. You know, they committed crimes. Some of them might be guilt, innocence, or whatever they did, and then you got to take that up in court. But for those who are guilty, those who committed these crimes, man. Nah,
Well, what do you think about the living arrangements that's at that Mississippi prison?
well, it's a prison. You know, it ain't supposed to be no 5-star hotel or something.
But it's supposed to be safe, don't it?
Well, like I just said, it's a prison. You know, it's got a roof, don't it? It keeps you out the weather and all that, right? Okay, then that to me in my mind, as long as a person out of the elements or whatever, that's good enough. You know, it's a prison. It ain't. It's a facility.
They
a
said
house.
some of those buildings are condemned.
I don't know about that. If it was condemned, they wouldn't have these state inmates in there. So I think that's a load of shit. But like I just said, it's a prison. It's not no fancy hotel. It's not no. It's not a walk in the park. It's a prison. And the term prison let's just speak for itself. It's not nowhere a normal person want to be. It's a place for people who can't behave in society. It's people who don't want to listen, who abide by rules. All this other whatever you want to call it. But it ain't no place for good people. It's for the bad element of people. So where you gonna put the bad element of people? In a bad place with barbed wire fence, with electric fence, with fucking guards sitting in towers, with shotguns and assault rifles, with somebody there that can hurt your ass. Whether it's guards, whether it's inmates. But talking about the living conditions, man, come on, man. The hell, what you want us to do? Build some fancy fucking damn Eiffel Tower for the ass? Because you broke the laws or whatever. You want to be a badass. So, to me, putting a person up in a damn prison, designing whole animals.
But some of them are in there for small offenses.
Well, you do the crime, you do the time.
But some of them
don't complain about where you going to after you broke these damn laws or whatever. You shouldn't be worried about that.
What was that final moment where you just realized enough was enough and you no longer wanted to work for the state of corrections?
I guess to me, what really made me want to leave, man, it was my problem was always working with staff. I always had issues with staff, whether it was lazy officers, dirty officers, corrupted officers, whatever, or just to the point where our administration, they didn't. A lot of the people who ran the prison didn't know how to run the prison. They shouldn't have been in that position to run the prison. And I was always told in the academy that my greatest problem.
Your greatest problem was working with other officers?
Nah, I guess I'd say other officers, administration. I guess everything dealing with the officer body. For us, the inmates, I never really had a problem with inmates. I never had a problem with inmates that I can really think back on that. Nothing major. Just put it like that. I was always told that my greatest problem was going to be the people that I work with, which is the staff, and it was true. I was told that way back when I went to the academy, and that's why I say, people who go to the academy, you need to pay attention because they really teach a lot of good stuff, in those academies. Depending on the instructors, but the instructors I had was pretty good.
What is the most major problem within all of the correctional facilities?
Well, I'm going to have to say staff. Not enough officers to run the positions.
You wouldn't say corrupt officers? Making it bad for good officers like yourself?
No, I ain't going to say that's the major problem in all of them because I don't, well, it's just staff, all facilities got their problem, but I guarantee one of the major problems The most major problem that I could think of would be staff, not enough officers.
Okay, you heard it here at Bit of Medicine. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Goodbye.